First of all, the willingness to win. You can sense that in every single ball, in every single yard, the way they play. So it's about how they compete, and then after how they play. And I think there are two very different things. And in order to after analyze what they are, yeah, the level of organization is really high. The level of discipline is really high. And then they have had quite a lot of talent throughout the years that are very specific for the needs and the way they want to play, and they are very, very, very good at exploiting those opportunities.
The corridors of UEFA headquarters felt unusually tense as the petition from Arsenal landed on the desks of officials still recovering from the fallout of the recent VAR incident. The document, thick with screenshots, explanations, and quiet frustration, carried the weight of a club that felt wronged. Somewhere between the lines, there was a plea, not just for a reversal, but for fairness, for clarity, for a game that made sense again. Rumors spread quickly through the football world. Fans whispered about what UEFA would say, what they could say, after a moment so glaring that even neutral supporters paused in disbelief. The match itself had ended days ago, but the controversy lingered like smoke after a fire, heavy, unavoidable, clinging to every conversation. The decision, overturned in confusion and swallowed by a chaotic VAR sequence, had split opinion across Europe. To Arsenal fans, it felt like an injustice; to others, it was another chapter in a sport wrestling with its own technology. Inside UEFA, a subdued group of officials sifted through the petition. There was no dramatic outburst, no slammed fists, just a collective awareness that the incident had struck deeper than most. Their response, careful and meticulously worded, acknowledged the complaint without revealing too much. Yet beneath its diplomatic phrasing, one thing was clear: the issue was too large to ignore. Outside, the reaction was electric. Supporters argued in pubs, in group chats, on late-night live streams. Analysts pored over replays like detectives searching for clues. Everyone seemed to know what went wrong, even if no one could agree on how to fix it. And still, the question hung in the air: what would UEFA do next? The organization's reply had only fanned the flames. By admitting concern without drawing conclusions, UEFA had turned the moment into a crossroads. Something was shifting in the sport, something about trust, about the invisible line between technology and the human eye. Arsenal's petition had opened the door, and now the world waited to see how far the truth would be allowed to walk through it.